I love the definition of resilient because it means a rebound. And some of you, you're due for a rebound. That bankruptcy, that divorce, that loss of the business, that loss of your stocks, all of the losses that maybe you have had, maybe that illness that you've been facing, or maybe there's been something altered in your life that it just wasn't what you thought it would be. Oh, I know that pain. Where I live right now is nothing like I would have planned, and yet it's beyond anything I could have seen. Where will be your joy in the middle of it? That's part of the resilience. That you can just bound back, the buoyance of coming back to say, my God is with me. I serve a big old God. He's never left me or forsaken me. And I encourage you that no matter where you are, that not only you be persistent, but that you find joy in the journey. There's so many people that overlook all the blessings around them because they're only focused on the obstacles and they think that they can never rebound, they can never come back. And I'm here to tell you today, you can come back stronger than you were to begin with. And when you come back, there'll be a sensitivity that's built in you. There will be a compassion that's built in you because you'll now understand what humanity goes through. There'll be a tenderness in you. And as you come back, you will be an encouragement to others. I determine I'm going to have joy no matter what. I think life is a riot. There are so many stories that come to mind, but one I want to tell you, it was my idea that one of our older daughters, driving daughters, take Connor and Lydia and myself to the pizza place. It was on a Friday night, and I said, I'll call your dad. He can meet us there, and this will be fun. We'll have pizza together and just make a memory. Plus, I'd been hearing the kids talk about this family-owned pizza place that their dad had taken them to a couple months previous. So our little guy, about that time, Lydia and Connor might have been, 8 and 10 or 8 and 6, something like that. And so Connor looked at me and he said, Mom, are you sure we'll be safe? Oh, yeah, you can trust me. We're going to make a memory. So sure enough, Holly dropped us off at the front of the pizza parlor. And the two children and myself, we walked in, we ordered our pizza, we were all ready. And because I'd already talked to Tony on the cell phone, I knew he'd be there any moment. And this was going to be a plan on a Friday night. So as we sat there for a while, Tony never showed up, and things were getting cold. And I said, well, children, go ahead and eat. Dad will be here soon. And we kept eating, and before you know it, we were all done eating, and Dad still wasn't there. And I said, wow, where could your dad be? And I looked at the kids, and I said, kids, is this where Dad took you before? And they said, Mom, we've never seen this restaurant before in our life. We'd been taken to the wrong spot. And I said, oh, wow, we got a problem. So I tried to eye a waitress. Do you know how hard it is to eye a waitress when you don't even know who you're looking at? Finally, somebody friendly came over to the table, and I said, excuse me, we've got a problem. I said, we're at the wrong restaurant. I said, do you all by chance own other restaurants? And they said, yes, we have 3 here in the area. And I said, oh. I said, well, my husband's at one of those. I said, do you mind to just call the other establishments and ask if there's a lonely, hungry man standing there looking for a family? And she said, sure, I'll call. She goes, what does your husband look like? I said, hey, kids, what's your dad look like? Some of you along the journey, you think you've ended up at the wrong place, and you're not even quite sure what you're supposed to be looking for. May you have resilience in the middle of that to know there's an all-seeing God who's never taken his eyes off of you.